One of them is the Ivorian president. And we are telling the Ivorian president that it's either he advise himself or welcome a new generation. It is either he accepts that touch my brother, touch me, or he faces the consequences of the new revolution. Spirit of the ancestors is blowing in the air of this revolution in the minds of the people. And this is the time that African youth who only talk, who only thinks that this is just a talking battle, need to rise up and say enough is enough.
Mighty, mighty Marcus Garvey is what I've always studied and learned from time. Not knowing that it was a chant, it was a shout out for many, many years. And we're talking since 19-something, and now we're in 2025. I can't believe it. I'm amazed now that I'm here and I'm living to see a testimony of it really, really being, really happening.
So I'm here because we are under neo-colonialism in Ghana. And also, most of Africa is under neo-colonialism. Our people in the diaspora are being shot down in the streets like dogs. Africans are not being respected in the world. When we're in those countries, the police put guns on our heads and call us monkeys and niggers.
Armia Osama of the Economic Fighters League. We are the conveners of this particular work. So we are working in solidarity for the revolution that is happening in Burkina Faso. I have a very beautiful message for the youth of Africa. I have a popular quotation that goes, a youthless revolution is a useless revolution. When you have a revolution that is headed by the youth, it's a revolution that has future. So Captain Ibrahim Traore is just 37 years old. So there is future. Imagine 30 years of Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. That's going to be beautiful. So the youth of Africa is for you. Captain Ibrahim Traore has shown us how to do it. Wherever you are in Africa, take leadership. Wherever you are, take leadership. Protect African revolution. We must unite in good and in evil. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello. My name is Carol Davis Price. I'm originally from the UK. I've come over here, but from Jamaica, and we've now come to resettle back and retire in Ghana.
Wow. And plus, why did you decide to join this worthy cause?
Oh my goodness. For the 60 odd years that I've been waiting for the revolution to happen, and to be able to see Ibrahim Traore make that fulfilling prophecy come alive is amazing. And the thing is now navigating and captivating the youth to build the legacy that has been led and has been already foundation. Thomas Sankara, Steve Biko, to name a few. But the mighty, mighty Marcus Garvey is what I've always studied and learned from time. Not knowing that it was a chant, it was a shout out for many, many years. And we're talking since 19-something, and now we're in 2025. I can't believe it. I'm amazed now that I'm here and I'm living to see a testimony of it really, really being, really happening. So yes, I must see it. I want to witness it. And I'm saying it to all Africans, no matter how near or far you're from abroad to here. Get behind this guy. Stand up with him. He's making it possible for you to look out and have your own freedom. Not just economic freedom, liberation. Liberation, there is a way for you to open up your mind. And as Bob Marley said, Bob Marley used to say, free yourself from mental slavery. It is possible, and it's happening right now.
Exactly. But before I take a leave of you, this is African Liberation Day. What message will you have for somebody watching that will see this video?
Oh, I'm saying to be wise up. Wise up. Start to learn. Start to Google. Whatever you need to know to understand what liberation means. What does liberation mean for you? It starts with you. It starts with a nation as well. So once you know what it is, you find the nation will come alive and unite. Liberation means united, being able to have knowledge and, create your own living freedom.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
They made it look like Saddam Hussein was a devil. they did everything possible to make sure that the people will see Saddam Hussein as an evil person. At the end of the day, the same America actually helped Saddam Hussein in his first battle to counter against Kuwait, Iran, right? And again, when they finished and they realized that he's not actually going to allow them to take over the oil of their continent, their country, and Saddam Hussein was actually going to use it to build his own country and give life to his people, they came against him and eliminated him. These same people left that same country for no reason. Who, before they left, they had already taken more than 40,000 lives. The same people who say somebody is unaliving people and that they are actually coming to save the people had taken more than even expected. Now the question is, were the Americans there to save life or to take life? Now, what we are asking is that, is America actually there to save the people, or America is actually there to take life of people? Recently, we've seen Donald Trump actually showing pictures, and I have some of the pictures here to also ask Donald Trump questions as part of this our solidarity work. I'm going to ask is Congo's President Patrice Emery Lumumba. Donald Trump should tell us how Patrice Emery Lumumba was executed, why, and which people were behind this. Okay, since Donald Trump has the right to be printing pictures and be showing people and the world that he knows what is happening in other people's country, it is very much well that Donald Trump start telling us why that. Sylvanus Olympio. What happened to Sylvanus Olympio? Donald Trump should come and tell us, since America knows a lot of history and why some people have been eliminated consistently when they start speaking about their own continent, when they want to take charge of their own responsibilities, when they want to give life back to their people, they come in.
Trump is not the word police. He can't arrest or kill any of African brothers over here.
Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa of Nigeria. Nigeria has had oil for more than only God knows when, yet Nigeria cannot even provide electricity for their country. Now we ask, which people were behind the assassination of Balewa? We are asking Mr. Trump. Behind Samora Machel's execution, they should come and tell us, since he has rights and the civil, the moral right to tell us who to be arrested for doing what in their own countries. Not long ago, history is there for we to remember. They went to Libya. When Libyans were having life, when Libyans really loved their leader, they stepped in as if they were in some kind of a revolutionary this connection with the people. But then he came in and eliminated this man. They took off this man as if that was it. The awakening eye of Africa. The pillar of African unity was Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. When Nkrumah took independence on the same grounds, told the world that this independence is meaningless unless it is linked with the total liberation of Africa. The same message Traoré right now is telling Africans. And one surprising thing that I want to ask is that, why is it that all the people that are raising high the flag of Africa, the eyes of Africa, revolutionize the mindset of Africans to understand who they are within the ages of 20 to 40. And the people who are really dealing with Africa, using their ways, they are opening their gateways for Western purpose to be used as imperialists in Africa, are all above 55, 60 years. Today, one of them is the Ivorian president. And we are telling the Ivorian president that it's either he advise himself or welcome a new generation. It is either he accept that touch my brother, touch me, or he face the consequences of the new revolution. We are never going to sit back quiet again. We are going to rise high. We are going to stay strong. And we know that with unity, we will continue to fight and win this battle. We are not supposed to be calling this a battle because it's a normal life that everyone should sit back and live very comfortably by themselves. This is a life that every African leader should wake up in the morning and see themselves as leaders for their people. And today, when you walk on the streets of Burkina, that life is being resurrected again. That life that was taken away from them when Sankara was taken away is being awakened again. The spirit of the ancestors is blowing in the air of this revolution in the minds of the people. And this is the time that African youth who only talk, who only thinks that this is just a talking battle, need to rise up and say enough is enough. When America recruits military and have standby, we are not in uniform, but we are on standby for this revolution. We will never sit back for this to happen again. Today, the French army is going down, and we are sending this strong warning to them. For when you pinch the people so hard, they'll remember where they are coming from. And the American army has not Americans, but black-skinned people in there. And when they remember where they are coming from, they'll remember the call of their ancestors. And when they remember the call of their ancestors, they will start coming back home. And when they get back home, they will start to fight against whoever that has fought against not only them, but the ancestors who started the struggle. Aluta continua. Aluta. I always say this, that this is a call that we are embarking on. Long live Africa, and Africa continue to go high.
Please, may I know your name?
My name is Imole Oye.
Please, African Liberation Day. Why did you choose to be here today?
Well, because it's our responsibility. Because Africa currently is under neo-colonialism. Our resources, our lithium, our gold, our oil are being controlled by foreign interests. And because of that, our people in Ghana are in a deprived and exploited situation where it's difficult for people to go to school, it's difficult for people to get clean water to drink, it's difficult for people to get good health care, and a lot of people are renting and being exploited by unjust landlords. You get what I'm saying? So because of that, we have to keep fighting until our country is free from neocolonialism. So I'm here because we are under neocolonialism in Ghana, and also most of Africa is under neocolonialism. Our people in the diaspora are being shot down in the streets like dogs. Africans are not being respected in the world. When we're in those countries, the police put guns on our heads and call us monkeys and niggers. You understand what I'm saying? And so because of that, we have to fight. So like Malcolm X Omowale said, that we need something powerful that looks like us. And so Africa has to be powerful. So then any African in the world can be respected and protected. And so that's why I'm here for African Liberation Day. So we can keep fighting until we have such a situation.
And what is happening currently at Burkina Faso?
Of course, even you can listen. First, the French named the place Upper Volta, which has no relevance to the people. But then they changed it to Burkina Faso, which means a land of upright men. You see? And so that is a big shift, just like we changed from Gold Coast to Ghana. They named us Gold Coast because they want to take gold to Europe away from our land. But we named ourselves Ghana because we use our gold as currency in the Ghana Empire. You see? And so if Europeans have the right to control Europe, Asians have the right to control Asia, then Africans have the right to control Africa. And right now we don't have control over our land and our continent. And so we have to fight until we're able to get that control. And Burkina Faso in the Federation of Sahel States is leading the way in that fight. They're demonstrating what the rest of Africa must do and is going to do.
What are you representing in social group here?
I'm a member of the Nkrumah's Caucus organization based in Ghana.
Thank you so much.
Armia Osama of the Economic Fighters League. We are the conveners of this particular work. We did this because we are doing it in solidarity with our brothers in Burkina Faso. The right to self-determination is a human right. Every group of people have the right to self-determine what they want to do with their life. So if in the person of Ibrahim Traore, Thomas Sankara has reappeared and is doing great things for the people of Burkina Faso, and the people of Burkina Faso are not on the streets protesting. They are happy. We are also happy because they are our neighbors, they are our brothers. If the economic condition there gets worse, Ghana's economic condition will get worse as well because the spillover will be in Ghana. So whatever good that happens in Burkina Faso is the same good that happens in Ghana. And more beautifully, what is happening in Burkina Faso is revolution. I have been studying and I have been monitoring for the past 2 decades to see this kind of leadership. A leader who is a military-minded, not just wearing a military uniform, but is disciplined, he is focused, he knows what the people want. The very first day he steps in office, he's constructing roads. You know, that means he understands the problem from day one. And if we had this sort of leadership for the past years, Africa would have been a better place.
Exactly.
So we are working in solidarity for the revolution that is happening in Burkina Faso.
You are one of the brains behind
the
this
conveners,
body. So why this day? Today is African Liberation Day, as we all know. Why this day? Was it a coincidence or it was purposely chose on this particular day?
Yeah, so it's not a coincidence. We have been prepared, like I told you. I've been looking for over 2 decades for this day, and happens. President, what do you call him? Captain Ibrahim Traore, who has come in the person of Thomas Sankara of the same country. So it's destiny. It's destiny. They say readiness is preparation. We were ready for today, so it's not surprise for us to organize. We are ready, and we knew when we called the people of Africa who share the same objective, they will come out. And I'm sure that's why you also came out to support with your media team and crew. Yeah.
Exactly. But this, I think one happened last month. This month, is this going to be the last one you are going to see, or there will be subsequent preparations?
There is going to be a bigger one in Burkina Faso, and that will announce later.
Wow.
There is going to be a bigger one in Burkina Faso. We plan to organize a Pan-African Youth Conference in Burkina Faso because Africans, we sat there and watched brother Muammar Gaddafi got killed.
Yes.
This time around, we will protect. If nobody will do it, we, the people of Africa, will protect. And African anywhere, whether you are in the United States, whether you are in Russia, whether you are in China, whether you are in any army, you are an ambassador of African revolution. You must protect Africa wherever you are. Like we are here protecting Burkina Faso, even though we are in Ghana. So it is an awakening that cannot be stopped.
Exactly.
I have a very beautiful message for the youth of Africa. I have a popular quotation that goes, a youthless revolution is a useless revolution. When you have a revolution that is headed by the youth, it's a revolution that has future. So Captain Ibrahim Traore is just 37 years old. So there is future. Imagine 30 years of Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. That's going to be beautiful. So the youth of Africa is for you. Captain Ibrahim Traore has shown us how to do it. Wherever you are in Africa, take leadership. Wherever you are, take leadership. Protect African revolution. We must unite in good and in evil. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
My name is Mina, and I've been watching your social media platforms. I like your output. I like the kind of message you put out there. Basically, can you introduce yourself for the sake of those who don't know you and why you chose to support this good cause today?
So the name is, thank you so much. Thanks to all your viewers. The name is Official Survivor Media. So Survivor and with ER. I believe in revolution. I believe in freedom for Africa. I believe in Africa for Africa. I believe in the struggle of Patrice Lumumba. I believe in the message of Gaddafi. I believe in the movement of Kwame Nkrumah. And I'm seeing the same movement. I grew up hearing those movements, but as a young man growing up and then seeing these things happening from the Sahel in my time, I think it's time for me to support that so that if through the struggle we are able to win this battle, my children will come and benefit. Because this is not the Africa that I wish for my children. And I wish Africa, a united Africa where we will have borderless. We will not have this 1884 Berlin Conference barriers we call borders. We will not have 2% for our gold, 3% for our bauxite, 2% for our copper, and whatever it is. But we have a united Africa, solidly independent Africa, free from imperialism, free from neocolonialism, a self-sufficient Africa. That's right.
Thank you so much. But before I take a look, any African watching or who will see this video, what one message do you have for the person?
The message I have for Africans is that this is the time for it. Africans, we should wake up and join this movement so that the generation coming before us will not have the regret. In all our messages today, when we are passing our message, we always remember the people who betrayed Gaddafi, the people who were not able to stand for Gaddafi, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba. We don't want our generation to come and remember us the same. We want to rewrite the history of how we conquered, not to read the history how we were conquered.
Introduce yourself to us and tell us who you are, why you choose to support this body cause.
Right, so I am Phil Bashalai, and yes, greetings to all your viewers out there. We decided to march today, the 25th of May, because today happens to be Africa Liberation Day. Right. So it's a very historic, significant day, since we are marching in support of the people of Burkina Faso and their leader, Ibrahim Traore. And this is a solidarity march with them. Now, the cause of Burkina Faso right now and the alliance of the Sahel states is actually towards liberation, self-determination. And that's why we decided to march on this historical date, right? So for a very long time, you realize we suffered centuries of colonialism, where Western powers decided to take our countries as theirs. Now, we had an independence wave in the 50s, but that was not a complete exercise. There was a lot more had to be done, but it was not done. So we are saying we are here right now to finish what was started. Luckily for us, we have someone in the person of Ibrahim Traore who has shown the way. And he's not alone. You know, the leaders of Mali and Guinea have also, and Niger have also followed suit here. So we are saying we support whatever they are doing. And any attack on them, as we've seen from France and America, yes, any attempted attack or any attack on them will be considered an attack on all of us. Yes, so this is a time where all African youth are standing in solidarity with each other, with the people of Burkina Faso, and saying your struggle is not only your struggle, it's our struggle as well. And that you touch one of us, you touch all of us. This time we are saying we're not going to sit back and watch them kill all the leaders who are fighting for the interests of our people. We will not sit back and watch that. Yes. And this is why we are getting involved directly, saying this is us. We are showing up in support of our people, and that any attack or any attempted attack on them is an attack on all of us, and we'll not sit back and watch either.
Thank you so much. And the second question is, if you've been on, I think this is not the first time this is happening. One happened last month, and when you go to social media, you see, especially the youth who are saying that this we are doing rather raise eyebrows on Ghana,
right?
And we are not prepared for war, so we should stop that. What would you say to those people?
So you see, violence is not always when you see guns flying and all of that, right? If a child has to go to bed on an empty stomach, that is violence. When a pregnant woman has to give birth on a cold concrete floor, that is violence, right? So violence is not always where you see physical action, where someone is inflicting harm on another person. No, but all of these things I mentioned is violence. Unemployment, a man not given the opportunity to be able to take care of himself and his family is violence. You see, so those who are fighting against violence understand what they are saying, but that is not what we are fighting for. We are saying this is something that belongs to us, and for a very long time it has been taken away from us. All we are doing now is to reclaim what is rightfully ours. You see, so that cannot be a violent exercise. However, if someone is going to prevent us from getting what is rightfully ours, how do you call that? Someone trying to take something that's rightfully ours, and we taking it back from him, and he fighting us back, not trying to give it back to us. How do you call that violence on our part? That is survival. You see, so I understand their call, but I understand that we are actually in the midst of a violent exercise, and what we are trying to do is to bring an end to that violent exercise. And if in doing that, some of our actions may be seen to be violent, it is liberty by any means necessary. That's where we've gotten to. So we are not begging, we are not negotiating, we are actually reclaiming what is rightfully ours, and precisely so.
All right, thank you so much. But before I leave, this is not the first person I'm seeing you on. I think Stop Galamsey.
Yes.
I think
yes.
When was that? Last month. Yes. Why did you choose to support these causes like this? And
right.
Then any African watching, what message? Any African or anybody that will come across this video,
right.
What's the one message you have for the person?
Right. So I've been doing this since 2016. My organization was formed in 2017. So professionally as an organization, we're doing this since 2017. But we started way before that. And we did this, the Economic Fighters League, I mean, yes. So I am the national spokesperson for the Economic Fighters League. The reason why we've been doing this work is because we understood or we acknowledge that the struggle for African liberation has to be done at every single point of our lives, right? There's no holiday, there's no break. And someone must do this because some people lay their lives down for us to be here today. It will be irresponsible for us to sit idle and let all their efforts and their sacrifice go to waste. So some of us identified that objective and realized that this is something that we are willing to do as part of our contribution to our people, our country, and to God. That's why we are doing this work, right? And that's why, yes, we must make sure we give it our all and bring this into a logical conclusion, because it doesn't make sense to fight all your life. Every battle must come to an end at a certain point, and this is what we are looking at achieving.
Okay, now one message for any African or anybody that might be coming across this
Yes,
video.
to all my African youth out there, this is a collective exercise for all of us. Do not stay on the sidelines and be a spectator. This is a time for all of us to get involved, get directly involved. How do you do this? Join a revolutionary organization that is closest to you. Let us study together. Let us organize together. And let us get active on the ground to further this liberation and make sure Africa becomes first liberated and united. Thank you very much.
And I have these two messages for the West. I have only two messages for the West. We are not asking for too much. We are asking for equal share, equal right. We are not coming for revenge. We are only asking for equal share. Our land or death. Our land or death. I want to tell Abraham Traore that he is my godfather and I love him so much. And this is Ibrahim Traore on my chest here. As you can see, Ibrahim Traore on my right chest and Africa map on my left chest. Together, one Africa, we are going to make it, and they will be stronger and stronger and stronger, much enough that we are going to say no to the imperialists. Our land belongs to us. Our land belongs to us, and our land we shall stand and say no to the imperialists. United Africa, one Africa, we shall stand and say no and no to the French and the West. United Africa will stand. Africa united. Africa united. Africa united. Thank you so much, my lovely brothers. We are all Africans, and we should move that mentality of you are a Nigerian, you are a Ghanaian, and you are a Burkina Faso, or you are a Togolese. We should move that mentality from our head. Anywhere you see your brother, call it my good brother. You're my African sister, my African brother. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to speak out. United Africa will stand.
Africa must unite, and the time is now.
Yeah.